You know, I wasn't going to ski at all during the holiday week, Christmas, New Year's, all that. But over the last day, 2 days, I've seen people from the East Coast group, the Pennsylvania and Mid-Atlantic contingents out there getting some turns in. So I said, you know what, since it's a sunglasses wearing day, I'm going to go get me a couple hours session over at Ski Quechee. What do you say? Yeah, man, that was me in the car. That actually went up on the old Instagram story. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter if you want. Yeah, that went up that day because that day, as I said, it was a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day, and all of my East Coast friends in the East Coast group who are fans of Ski Rex Media, met them because of Ski Rex Media, talked to them online, going to be skiing with them this year. They've all been out to Liberty and Shawnee and all kinds of other places. I think it was Liberty and Shawnee that day the group was at, different people in the group anyway. And I got jealous. So as the day's going along, I said, I got a couple hours, and Ski Quechee has tickets for $20 for the last 2 hours of the day. Why not go check that place out? I had never been there. In fact, I don't want to call it a hidden gem. I hate using that term because that makes it sound like I know, like I'm Mr. Ski Vermont. I'm not. I grew up here. I live here. I know a good amount of the state, but it doesn't mean I know everything. Ski Quechee I did not know about until I moved back in 2017. I'm rolling across Route 4 through Quechee, driving along, and in this area, Woodstock, Quechee, Pomfret, the surrounding areas where Suicide 6 is in Pomfret, you see some of the farms that are in the area. They have these wide open hills, hills that were just no trees, all grass, grazing cattle. That's what that is. Dairy farms. I'm pretty sure. Most of them are. I've seen the cows up there. Well, some of them are sheep too. Anyway, not the point. The point is, I see through Quechee a big open grass hill. Didn't think anything of it a couple times. And then one time in the winter, I'm driving by and I can see something contrasting the snow that's on the hill. And I realize it's a chairlift. I was like, that's a chairlift. So I immediately, instead of going to wherever I was going, I turned off, found my way, did not navigate, just kind of drove in the general direction, pull up to it. I'm like, holy crap. There's a ski area here. Did not know that. So for a couple of years now, I've been thinking, I got to try that place. I got to try that place. I got to try that place. I finally did. Ski Quechee in Quechee, Vermont. Let me show you something here. Now, this place is 650 feet vertical, kind of like Suicide 6. Small, not a ton of trails, not a ton of lifts. One quad, one rope tow, one T-bar. But this is what it looks like from the top. Now, that's after you bounce off the quad. So I go down the trail a little bit further. Now this day, the other day, whatever day it was, look at the thumbnail for the actual date, which I will know when I go check again. It was like last Wednesday or Thursday. In any case, or maybe even Tuesday. I have no idea. It was Tuesday the whatever. Anyway, so I ride the trail. Now the trails, they only had it was 5 trails because they had a small learning area and 2 top to bottom runs. Because they got blasted with the rain, just like all of us did. 2 to 4 feet of snow was down to a jack after a huge Christmas rainstorm. So they only had a couple open. So I go over there, ski down the one, come around, and then you get this other view. And it was a nice day, like I said. It was sunny, not a lot of clouds, and you can look over the town of Quechee. You can look over the little lake there. You can look over the golf course. You can look over it all, and you can see the whole thing. And there weren't a lot of people there. That's what else you can see in that. There weren't a lot of people, and that's the beauty. Even though it was a holiday, it was like 2 days before or 3 days before, whatever it was, before New Year's. It's still the off for the winter holiday, for Christmas, for school, and there were a ton of kids and a ton of sideline parents. I've never seen that many sideline parents on a ski hill taking pictures and stuff. You see it at football games and basketball games and soccer games. It's very cool. They're very much supporting their children. In any case, I take that run, get that cool view, take a few videos as I'm trying to do something like this, and I realize this place is actually pretty banging. I don't have a lot to say about it yet. Like I said, I did a 2-hour, their twilight ticket. End of the day,
It was a nice day, and a bunch of people, but not a lot of people. Even for only having two trails, nobody was really jammed up. You could easily stay away from people. Only once did I get caught up behind a kids group, just once, and it was awesome. Now, a lot of people will look at a day when there's not a lot of snow, it's all machine made, and say, God, that day's going to suck no matter what. I say, it sucks more to not get out there. Like, I'm out there riding. So, what do I care about how much snow there is as long as I can actually do it? And I think a mountain, not judged, but if it feels like that's what the kind of vibe they're pushing, then that's awesome. And that's kind of what I felt here. They were owning it. We have two top to bottom runs. Come and get it. And I went and got it, and it was good. The trails were good. The trails that they had open were not difficult, but definitely not easy. Actually, it's odd in the one side, when you come down the one side, you start seeing the signs for the slow, because you go off in the one direction and you go into the learning area by the rope tow and the T-bar, and you go the other direction, you head off toward the quad. As the signs are set up for the slow, it says slow, big orange sign, we've seen them. That's the steepest part of the run. So it's just like you see the sign, but then unless everybody was hitting it fast. Even I hit it fast a couple times. I'm not going to lie about it. But the beautiful part is as you go up into the area, it's got this long runoff. Like, unless you're bombing at like 90 miles an hour, you're gonna stop by the time you hit the lift, because it just flattens out. So it's very cool. It's a very cool feeling. It's a very cool feature, I think. You're coming into the slow area and you got the steep thing. It's like, how can I go slow down the steep? Which we all can, but are we going to? Use your best judgment. Anyway, so it's a really cool feature. I like that. I really dug on that. In fact, I hit that. That was my last run. Well, it was my last run. At the end of the day, Ski Patrol roped off the other side and started doing their sweep. There was only like 15 minutes left in the day, so I totally get it. So I did that, and I bombed it, and I kind of tried to look I had my ski boards, so I wanted to look like a skater, so I put my hands behind my back, which really wasn't for looks. My back hurt, but that's a whole other story. We'll get to that in the recap. We're doing the review of Ski Quechee, which I wholly recommend. Especially if you are a traveler. I know that's not a big thing this year, but it's surrounded by condos. Like, as you come off the lift, if you look, the road is right there, and not the service road that you see at the bigger ski mountains. It's a road where there are condos and houses. It's a real road that you could really get hurt on if you really get hit by a car. Now, we're all used to ski on, ski off. Like, I've seen it time after time, in many places. We've all seen it. Some of us dream of having our own ski on, ski off house or condo. This felt even more ski on, ski off, to the point that even on a light day, light snow, light visitors, on the last run, as I'm going up for my last run, I see a family dipping off and walking to their condo. Ski on, ski off. It's a beautiful town too. Like, some of these condos up there, I've never seen the inside personally, but I've seen them on real estate sites, and I've gotten turned around up in those neighborhoods behind that hill. Like, I take a right, have no idea where I'm going, trying not to rely on the phone for navigation, and I got lost up there, and I'm looking at the houses and the condos and the townhomes, and it's like, wow, this is a cool neighborhood. But Quechee's a nice town anyway. If you've never been, stop through. It's small, not a lot to do, but definitely worth checking out. It's very cool. And their ski hill is cool. And again, if you are a traveler and you're looking to rent a condo for a day or 2 days or 3 days or whatever it is, or if you're an owner or looking to buy and have ski on, ski off, you get one of these. That's really cool. Like, it's walk on, ski, 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 and then walk off, but it's pretty awesome. Really enjoyed that. I don't know why that spoke to me so much, because usually ski on, ski off, though I wouldn't mind having a place like that. I usually don't even notice it, or if I do notice, it's like, oh, they got ski on, ski off condos, townhomes, great, cool, whatever, and keep going. This, I really noticed it, really felt it, and it was really, really cool. So that's cool. The view, like I said, was cool. Only 2 runs open, but what are you going to do when you get hammered with rain? But I definitely want to come back. In fact, in my story on IG, I put this up to show how much snow was lost and how much they only had open.
This is what we're looking at today. Like here's the trail over here. There's another trail over there. But it's a lot of grass. They lost a lot of snow in the Christmas rainstorm.
That trail, though it was all grass that day and just the ski trail, that must be a fun trail. And I don't know the trail names yet, but that must be a fun trail when it's covered. Did you see how wide it is? It's just a wide trail, and wide trails appeal to me. And that's why this mountain's appeals to me. This little ski area is going to appeal to me because it's got this wide trail that you can just, especially if there's no one there, you can just, big, wide, open turns, and just, you have the whole thing, and it looks awesome. And down the front face, like a lot of small ski areas, like many ski areas, if you come straight down, that's where the steepest stuff is, and then the meandering trails out to the side are, because they are meandering, not coming straight, are much easier. And this place is just like that. It looked like from their signs and from their trail map. And it looked pretty cool from the lift. Like they have a couple runs where they, intersect and through the trees. And there's obviously a tree space. You can go through the trees. So it has the terrain you want. Maybe not all the terrain of maybe not super steeps and anything like this, but a fair amount. It's balanced, and I'm always about balance. I like balance. And that was just from me looking around from the lift, just looking around, checking things out, not just checking out the Mardi Gras tree. They did have a Mardi Gras tree. We've all seen the underwear tree and the shoe tree at Ski Hills. This one had all kinds of beads in it. So Mardi Gras tree, I guess. I don't know if that's the deal, if that's the bit, but when you see beads, you think Mardi Gras. I mean, what are you going to do? I've been to New Orleans and there were beads flying around. It wasn't anywhere near Mardi Gras time. It was well after Mardi Gras, I believe, when I was down there. But anyway, very cool mountain. Lifties were cool. Ended up talking to one of the lifties about my ski boards. He noticed them. He said it's the shortest ones he saw all season. Nice guy. We talked about it. I said, dude, I love being the shortest. I made a joke in my story about that.
I was actually just talking to Lifty about the ski boards. He says the shortest ones he's seen so far this season. He saw some other ski boards and ski board type things, but mine are the shortest. It's the only time a dude wants to have the shortest. If he even wants to have it then, I don't know.
The IG story, follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere, but we'll get into that too. All around, cool mountain. Now, for other amenities, I don't know what they have, because if this is your first time at places, everything's closed up. The best you can see is the bathrooms, and they have portables set up because that's what they can use. For whatever logistically, that's what they chose. Some have a lodge that they have the bathrooms open, whatever, and that's really all you get. Some of the bigger places with the bigger lodges have some grab and go like food options, but not really. So amenities, I really can't speak on that this season because I don't know, because I can't use them. What I do know is that it's part of the owners like association, I guess you could call it. I don't know their terminology, but if you own a condo in the area, is it a discounted pass or you just get your pass? I forget. Like, it is open to the public, but if you are an owner, you either get your pass or you are part of the pass. I think it's all with it's also a golf community, so the same thing. You use the golf course if you're an owner. You can use the buildings if you are an owner. You can use the ski hill if you are an owner, and then the public pays for day tickets and all the other stuff when they're not owners. You know what I mean? I'm not sure which it is, but it works for them. And, I think that's actually kind of cool. It's not private. You know me, I'm not about private hills. I don't think it's like some places have made it work. I don't think the majority of the time it's a viable business model, but others have made it work. But this place is great. If you're an owner, ski all the time. If you're a local, even the whole day ticket I think is like $35 or $40, which isn't so bad, especially when they're fully open. I mean, they have less than 30 trails, but it looks like they have a pretty balanced bit of terrain, enough room to accommodate, because no one, just because no one probably knows it's there really. It doesn't get the media attention, or it probably doesn't advertise like the big ski resorts. Locals know about it, owners know about it, people passing through see it and know about it. Not everybody knows about it. I mean, you say Killington, people are like, oh, Killington, that's awesome. Ski Quechee, not so much, but that's okay. That's okay. Like, you don't have to be super popular. Like, I think that's a thing people forget. It's like, oh, it's the most popular. It has to be the best. It has to be the most awesome. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Best is subjective. I don't think we can say what's the best, but we can say what we like. And I don't need a hill, like I've always saying, to be 10,000 foot of vertical, have 85-mile runs, and 25 feet deep powder to be awesome. I went for 2 hours, 650 vertical, 2 trails top to bottom, and I had a great time. I thought the mountain was set up really nice. The way I could see it, they don't have more than they need. A quad, a T-bar, and a rope tow. That's it. And it works. And small sometimes is good because you can get out there and just get runs, and you can get a lot of runs. And I got a bunch of runs. I liked it. I really did. And I can't wait till we have full snow on the ground. They're fully open. I'm definitely going to go back and check that out. Maybe just for another 2 hours again. Or maybe I'll spring for the day ticket. I don't know. Maybe I'll drag someone up there with me. Who knows? But I recommend it. Absolutely. 5 stars. Check it out if you're just looking to have a good day. If you are a big mountain snob or a large resort snob, you might not dig it. But try it anyway, and you might be like, all right, I don't need a huge mountain with a ton of shit in it, ton of stuff in it to, pardon my language. I try not to swear in this one. I swear in the podcast. Try not to swear in the reviews. But maybe you won't need a ton of stuff in it, or at the mountain. You can just ride and have a good time and have a cool small mountain vibe. It was great. I enjoy it. Thank you, Ski Quechee, the Quechee Club, and everything else that you have named over there. That was a really awesome experience for 2 hours for $20. Not bad, on a couple of trails that were, good length and not full at all. Very nice. I enjoyed it. Decent staff too. But again, I didn't run into a lot of staff. There were a couple patrollers kicking around doing their jobs at that point, which was just closing down the mountain. The lifties were there doing what they were doing, and the ticket taker, it was quick because it was, there were people showing up for the end of the day, but not a lot. So there you go. Thank you to Ski Quechee and the Quechee Club, and that was a great day, and I will be back, and I 100% suggest the mountain. Beyond that, for the recap, I must say for myself, is a great place to, again, keep the working out, the drilling, and I did something foolish. I brought the ski boards because I wanted to travel light. It's right up the road. It's like 10-15 minutes from here where I'm sitting right now. It's not far. So I just, my boots and everything were already in my car, so I just grabbed my ski boards, threw them in my trunk, and headed out. Brought everything but what I need to use the GoPro, so there were no actual run videos, no POV or anything like that this time, because I'm not taking my phone out yet. It's brand new. My phone is brand new. I don't mind holding it on the lift. I'm not going to try and hold it while I'm skiing, biff, and break a brand new phone. You understand. But I brought the ski boards, and when you switch back and forth, the ski boards and full-size skis are generally the same technique, but you do notice the length changes it. It feels different. So it took me a couple runs to really get comfortable on those again, switching back and forth. But here's the thing. My ski board bindings are not step-in bindings. They are hard boot bindings, but they are the type of binding you typically see on like a pro slalom snowboarder using, or who else would use these? It's a toe clip binding where you have to clip it, kind of like you have to clip your boots down. I can't remember what the type of binding is called. I really can't. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, there was no bench. I had to bend over and put them on. And, I'm still a little thick around the midsection to be bending over and clipping skis. So until I get myself in better shape, ski boards will probably not be coming out much. But I do like them still. I do like to ride them. I'm thinking about getting, another pair or a similar product. I found out sled dogs are still around. I thought they went out with the 90s. Did not know they were still around. So might buy a pair of them. There's a ton of different ones. But in any case, they felt good up there. Even though it was true East Coast skiing that day, everything was sketch. And not everything, but anywhere there was shade, there was ice. And one of those ice things, I did kind of lose my balance a little bit and almost went into the trees, stopped myself, saved myself. Twisted my back, so my back hurt by the end of the day. Hence the reason I was actually trying to look like you got the skaters, they put their arms behind their back when they're trying to really move. I did that not to look like a skater because I was holding my back because my back hurt. Oh my God. But I also twisted my knee too. My left knee, hammered that and pretty hard. And that hurt too, which was good because it was all in the last run of the day. I was getting tired anyway, obviously, a couple hours straight of going, except once again, I started with a lot of layers because it was windy and it was cold. It was below freezing. It was like 28 degrees. And then I don't know why I can't get this in my mind to just start cold because you will warm up. Went from, again, full jacket, fleece underneath the jacket, plus a base layer to the base layer and my high vis thin vest and the helmet. The helmet helps because the helmet's wicked warm. That with the fleece face mask is, fleece full face mask compliant with face covering guidelines for these mountains for COVID-19, completely compliant because it is multi-layered. All that, you get warm fast. So I'm still working it out. I'm still working myself out. That's the recap, though. There's not a lot to tell because I was just up and down, up and down, up and down a bunch of runs and learning how to use my ski boards again, even though I started with my ski boards at Big Snow in October. But I went back to my, full-length skis, 175, or was it 180? 175 length skis and, 175 centimeters. And, it's different. So I'll probably be sticking with the longer skis for a little while anyway, until I get, feel like, until I'm feeling it again. You know what I'm saying. And then January 6th at Pax Peak in New Hampshire for day 5 for me. Other people are already up to day 10, 12, 15, 20. People have been skiing every day. I haven't been, but I'm going to try and get out more. That's one of my skier New Year's resolutions, to get out more, really abuse like the Indy Pass. Like I paid for this day. Indy Pass on Wednesday, and that's what I'm doing. So there you go. Ski Quechee, awesome, highly recommend it. Tim from Ski Rex Media is getting better and better every single time he goes out, and I hope you enjoy these every single time I put them up. Please link, I don't know what the hell that's for. Please follow, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which this is on. Or if you're watching it on IGTV, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, so when they come out and everything, you can see them, as well as the podcast and everything else. Ski Rex Media, go in the description, all kinds of stuff for you to follow and check out there for information about Ski Rex Media. Right. All right, so Ski Quechee, very awesome. Check it out if you can. I'm definitely going to check it out again, especially since it's only 10 minutes up the road. I have a couple things I'm going to try and hit throughout the season that are close by. Really small things, local stuff. Really cool. And you'll get recap and review videos on that. So Ski Quechee, awesome. Tim from Ski Rex Media, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your new year. This should come out on January 2nd, so I hope New Year's Eve was good for you and your New Year's off to a good start, even though we're only a couple days in. Right. I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you on the hill, maybe. You never know who I might meet up with out there. Later.